Please tell me we're recording this, please.
It is recording.
Good. That's the thing I want to do, too. I want to start recording immediately so they can get the uncut version because it's so juicy.
They pay extra for that.
They pay extra, yep. And to see Jazz boobs.
That's the, what is that called? Paid subscription.
Paid subscription.
That's your Substack.
No, that's my OnlyFans.
Oh, yes.
That's what that is. Okay. Isn't the mirror, though, key?
Yeah, can I see it again?
You look absolutely beautiful.
Not for me. I'm just curious if there's any shit in the crack of the mirror.
No. I know. I was like, jeez.
No. Nobody's even old enough. Nobody had that experience.
What?
In the mirror? Of course.
No, in the crack between the frame and the mirror.
Yes,
that's where all the loose cocaine gathered.
Oh, no.
That makes sense.
And so I was just curious. It's just a little Sherlock Holmes thing on Gen C's perky mirror.
Oh, this is for you. Do you want to wear it or not?
No, thank you.
All right, well, I'm in the wrong.
Oh, my God. Why am I so tied up today? The fuck?
Tie me up, tie me down.
Do you know what Craig says to me? Like, when you're talking about, you've never heard of this because you're too young. Craig tells me when he had a party line. Do you know what that means?
Of course I know what a party line is.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Do you know what a party line is?
I know what a party line is, yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That he didn't think you knew?
No, but he was like, I grew up with a party line.
Who's not towing the party
Do you
line?
want us on mic or no?
Yeah, of course, always.
All right, put us on mic.
I can't whistle.
Did you get feedback about my boobs?
Yes, I did. Everyone liked them. Craig told me to tell you he really likes them.
Is there like an online feedback form?
Is everyone ready?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Rhinebeck Scoop. I'm your host, Jennifer C. This radio show is produced by yours truly, Matty Rosenberg and Jennifer Hammoud at Radio Free Rhinecliff. Today, we have a prolific guest and a Rhinebeck icon. Norm Magnusson hosts the popular radio show, Correct Me If I'm Norm, right here at Radio Free Rhinecliff. He is also a successful painter and actor. Welcome, Norm.
Hey, thanks for having me. What a treat to be here in this seat.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's
That's
weird.
true.
It's weird to sit here instead of there.
Yeah, because I'm the boss. I'm the boss right now.
Yeah, that's good.
How did
That's what I
you
signed
like...
up for.
How do you like being called an icon?
Oh, it made me cringe a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. But, you speak your truth, and I'll try not to cringe too much.
What do you guys think? Do you guys think Norm is a Rhinebeck icon? I think so.
Oh, great. Now, you don't have to put it to a vote. Insult to
In
injury.
Rhinebeck, he's an icon.
That's what I'm saying. He's a Rhinebeck icon. So you just have to take that. Like
A
that's
major public figure. You walk down the street, people are always
I know.
Googling him.
I know.
That was a fucking roast.
No. We mean it with love. You are an icon. So, Norm, before we get to you, I just want to talk about a few things. And that is, last episode was a very serious episode. And I want to thank everyone for the feedback and the support. People did DM me. People wrote comments. And unfortunately, I'm not going to read them only because there was some really private stuff in there. But I do thank everyone for supporting me. And that was nice. So
What was the last episode about?
It was an episode on child sexual abuse.
Oh.
Yeah. Also, a couple episodes back, I said drinking tea was lame. And I was kidding. And I got a couple DMs about that. People were actually angry at me about that. So I just wanted to officially apologize. I do drink tea, and I do not think it is lame. So I just want to cover that as well.
Either. Eating goat cheese is lame.
Is it? Why?
Drinking tea is okay.
Why is goat cheese lame?
Because I don't like it.
Just ask Norm about mayonnaise.
Ugh,
Goat cheese,
also
mayonnaise, and
gross.
salmon, the trifecta.
Yeah. Ugh. I decided this past week that I was going to just tell people instead of I don't like that shit, say, oh, I'm allergic.
That's better.
That's better.
Yeah.
That makes you sound more normal. But I've known people who...
Goal in life.
I've known people who are afraid of mayonnaise. Are you afraid of mayonnaise?
I was, I think when I was a kid, I think that's where it came from. It just looked gross. It sounded
not kidding.
gross. And I probably tasted it or didn't taste it. But yeah, I was just a little afraid of it.
Yeah, when I used to be a flight attendant on the jets, what happened was sometimes I'd have to prepare food. And so you have to heat it up. And I have no common sense in the kitchen. So, like, I would work with this woman. Yeah, I would work with this other woman. And she would always tell me, Jennifer, that's 400 degrees. Don't stick your hand in like that, because it wouldn't register that the thing was hot. But then she was scared of mayonnaise. So any time that we had to put mayonnaise on something, I would do it. And then she would warn me about the oven. So we had a system.
I love that.
Yeah.
Where is she now?
She's a lingerie model, so I'm sure she's married somewhere in Miami to a really rich guy, I would assume.
Is that the career path for lingerie models?
That apparently is.
I knew I chose wrong.
I know. I didn't get it. Unfortunately, I didn't get that path. So anyway, now it's time to focus. Actually, it's not time. I have one more thing to say, and that is my friend Mark Hopkins. I think you guys know each other, possibly.
Yeah, I know Mark.
Yeah. He is a wonderful artist, and he is having his show. It's called Welcome to the Machine, and it is on March 1st. And I can't wait to go and support him. And this is an event that I really want to go to. I would say that his artwork, what would you say, Norm? I say it's very Salvador Dali-esque.
Yeah, it's a little surreal, colorful paintings.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah. Where's the show?
The show is in Kingston at the Lace Mill Gallery on March 1st. I'm sorry, I think I said that already. But I'm really excited to go. You can all come and meet me because I will be there. And you can go to lacemillgallery.com for more information.
Sweet.
Yay. So everyone support a local artist, right? Okay, Norm, finally, it's time for you. Now, if my listeners, I'm sure they know who you are, but just in case they don't, because I know I have a couple listeners out of state, tell everyone about Correct Me If I'm Norm.
Correct Me If I'm Norm is a show I've been doing. I think we're up to, with Matt and Jen, we're up to episode like 175 or 6 or something.
Whoa.
About
So it's
that.
been a couple few years of, by and large, originally it was just interviewing people. And then after a couple of months, I was like, I just want to focus on Rhinebeck people.
Yeah.
And that's been nice to have that sort of focus. So I talked to Rhinebeck people. The thought was everybody has an interesting story, and that Rhinebeck maybe has more interesting stories than we're aware of. So people come in and I talk with them, and they share their stories, and it's always a blast.
It is a blast to listen to. I love your radio show, and I think you are the master of the long-form interview. And I interview sometimes people from Rhinebeck here, but like I don't have the bandwidth to listen to their shit for like 60 minutes. So I'm glad that you do.
Yeah.
So yeah, you really dive into topics and people's lives. And what is one of your favorite shows?
Oh boy, tough. The one that springs to mind first, because she always tells me, I'm your favorite show, right? Is Gina Walker Fox.
Oh, okay.
It was just great. But then a lot of surprising shows. We had a guy from Red Hook, I forget his name, and he was in the Office of Marijuana Development, whatever it was called.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And he came in. It was just a spectacular interview. It was a very interesting topic.
Was he high?
Almost, he didn't say, but he said most of the people in his office partook. They enjoyed the marijuana.
God bless.
There's really only been like one or two sort of shows that didn't sparkle for me.
Who?
Oh, I forget the names. I'm so bad.
I'm
with
sure you
names.
do.
Yeah.
Our lips are sealed. I know the shows.
There are 3.
Well, I think my favorite episode was the one with Jennifer C.
Oh, spectacular.
She came on and she talked about her book and she talked about her life and her cows and all of that. So I think that is my favorite episode.
Yeah, that was definitely a sparkling episode.
That was a sparkling episode, but I guess I'm biased. So you did an episode about a lovely Rhinebeck couple for Valentine's Day, which just passed, and you did the upscale version. Jen and I did the downscale version, didn't we,
right.
for Valentine's
That's
Day?
right.
Yeah, we definitely did the downscale version.
I want to see that.
You should, by the way.
Can I both see it and listen to it?
That one, no.
Is it on
You had
YouTube?
Zoom, so you could technically, the video you do have.
I do have the video. Yeah, you can see the reels on Instagram. But yeah, you can listen.
Good.
So that was fun. So I just want to say that was nice to listen to something sweet as opposed to ours, which was not so sweet. It was more
salty.
It was salty, yeah, spicy and salty. So I did really appreciate that.
Oh, that's good. Well, the Hutchings are just a fabulous couple. They
Yeah.
lend themselves to
Yeah, they were impressive.
a lovely episode.
If you could have any Rhinebeck guest on that you have not had on already, who would you have on?
Oh, there's two Rhinebeck guests I really want to have on. One is Willie Sanchez. And he's like, I'll come on. But no, can't nail him down. And the other is Al from the pizza place, who is one of the first people I thought of. I'm like, I want that guy, and I want to hear his story. And I want to listen to his voice for an hour.
What do we have to do to lock down Al?
Well, Jen Hammoud here, the producer extraordinaire, is on the job, and we're working hard to make that happen.
I harass this poor man. We've gone in before while we're waiting for our pizza. We've spoken to him. I've texted him multiple times, and he's a slippery one.
At Village Pizza?
Yeah.
Why don't
Hello, young lady.
Yeah, okay, I know who he is. Why don't you guys just go in there and do it remotely?
Oh, he doesn't have the time. When he's there, he feels busy all the time.
Okay. Well, we'll lock down Al for you somehow. I have no idea how.
Okay.
But we'll do it. I promise.
Excellent. Now you're in the job, too.
I am in the job. Okay, so I want to talk about how I listen to your shows. I love listening to Norm's shows. They're here on Radio Free Rhinecliff right after this. They're at 5 p.m. every Friday. And I like to take some psilocybin, feel really good, paint, and listen to your shows.
Wow, I love that.
Isn't that
so
great?
Much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I absorb all that information.
And how much do you take?
Well, I started at 300 milligrams, and now we moved up to 500 milligrams.
So is that like a cap or a half a stem or?
That's I don't know that. I can tell you it's half a gram.
Yeah, okay.
And to get into the euphoric state, it's usually 1 gram. So I'm halfway to get into that super euphoric state.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing this weekend. So
It's nice. And when does that start, that activity?
that'll start when I drive home and listen to your show.
Oh, good.
After I'm at home, not in the car.
Smart.
Yes. So who do you have on today? Just out of curiosity.
Mickey Douzge.
What does he do?
He's an animator and an artist and an illustrator and a director. He's an all-around creative guy.
Okay.
And his stuff is spectacular. It's really fun. He did a whole series on Netflix called Losers, where he talked with people who, won but then lost or came in second or...
that's a good concept. I'll have to watch that.
It was spectacular. And all of them, I only saw 3 of them. I think there was 7 of them out there. All of them were such happy campers.
Oh, I love that.
And they really found their place. One of them, he lost at boxing. He was a world heavyweight champion.
Wow.
And he lost...
Was it Mike Tyson?
In his next round.
No.
And he got beaten really bad, and the doctor said, you can't do that anymore. And he went out to Hollywood. He got into acting and coaching boxing, and he had a whole new life. He said, thanks to the guy who knocked me out, because my life has taken a really beautiful turn.
I love that. That's beautiful. Happy losers.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I have to learn to be a happy loser. I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to go to commercial.
This is Norm Magnusson, and you're listening to the Rhinebeck Scoop. If you enjoy this show, tell a friend.
That was hot. Okay, perfect. All right, perfect. Let's talk about acting. How did you get into it, and why do you love it?
Oh, boy. I did it in high school. I thought that's what I wanted to do with my life, but it didn't seem practical, so I went another path. And then, I don't know, maybe 20 years ago, I was living in Woodstock, and I saw an ad in the local paper. They were casting a David Mamet play, and I was like, oh, I want to go give it a shot, community theater. And so I did, and I loved the auditioning. And
Really?
I got the role, and I just loved playing in character.
Interesting. How are your memorization skills?
They're terrible. But, a couple of years ago, I got to play my one and only ever dream role, which is George in Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. And it's like a 3-hour-long play, and I'm on stage for almost all of it. And I memorized those lines.
That's amazing.
Yeah. When it's dialogue, it's a lot easier than a monologue because people are saying something that leads you into your next line. I've done monologues too, and that's even a 10-minute monologue is tougher.
Oh my gosh. So how do you do, what do you do to memorize? I'm just curious because I have no memorization skills.
I say it out loud. I work with friends, run the lines.
Yeah.
And just read it a million times.
Okay, I'm going to try to do that now. Because even when I do my little reels and I have to memorize scripts, my social media team wants me to memorize scripts because they say to me, you ramble on. So you have to make minute and a half that you just rambled on about into 30 seconds.
But don't you edit your stuff?
I do, but they want me to do basically like a straight run through of 20 to 30 seconds, and that's hard for me.
You know what? Sit down with your husband and just like read it and have him correct you. I will.
He won't get annoyed at all.
I'll put a piece of paper over what's to come, and I'll say what the next covered line is, and then sort of pull that down, make sure I got it right, and eventually
that's a good idea.
Work your way through it.
I memorize in threes, so I always do for real 3 points. So then I have 3 words that cue me, and that's the only way I can do it.
Right.
Or else I lose my mind. So I could never be an actor. So tell us about your monologue at the porch in 2024. I love this.
That was the 10-minute monologue.
So good, you guys. So good. Please go on YouTube and watch it.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for the plug. Oh.
Matty doesn't give a fuck about this radio show. This just proves it. This proves it right now. He's watching porn.
Yeah, it's called The Back Room. One can only imagine what's going on there.
Oh, that was the back room. Oh my God, really? You were fucking listening and editing and
Not
watching The Back Room? I'm so
actually saving it.
You're saving it for whom?
For the show that starts tomorrow morning.
I see.
Okay. That was horrible, but I'm just going to move past that. Anyway, so tell us about the porch in 2024.
I'd gone to see it the year before and listened and heard the stories and saw the people doing it and thought, wow, I'd like to do that. I'd like to give it a try, and felt that I could be on par, or not, at least not too far behind the talent that was there. And so prepared a piece and set about memorizing it.
And you wrote it because it was so personal and from the heart. It was so nice. Yeah, so everyone go onto YouTube. I think you just can type in your name, Norm Magnusson, and it'll come up. And Porch, I think it says Porch 2024.
And I'm doing one this coming Thursday at the Montclair Art Museum, Clare, New Jersey.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be cool. Is it the same monologue?
But no, it's a different monologue. But this one you're allowed to use notes, and I love reading. I'm much happier reading.
Would you ever do, what's that thing you guys on NPR? I'm sorry, you're busy editing Andy's radio show, but there's this thing on NPR called like The Moth.
Yes.
That's
the porch. It's like that's the porch's fashion, though.
Okay. So I find that impossible.
2 of our other hosts have done Moth episodes.
Okay, because like you can't bring up notes, right? That's what I think the big thing is.
No notes, yeah.
Yeah, I could never do that. I have to give you a lot of credit.
When you're used to reading from notes, as I am, because I've done lots of other monologues and stuff, and you don't have the notes, even though I had it cold, I had it memorized well, I still feel so naked and vulnerable. Where's the crutch of this piece of paper in front of me?
You should do it naked. That would be interesting.
Well, that leads to your porn monologue.
Yeah, and I did pose naked once, which was interesting.
You did on YouTube?
For an artist friend.
Oh, okay. I thought you posted them on YouTube.
Not yet.
That would have been more interesting. Okay, we're all looking forward to that. I'm going to
wait till I hit like 75 or 80 to do that.
So now we have a couple of little fun things to do. And have all of you heard of the old TV show Inside the Actor's Studio?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
With Lipton.
James Lipton.
The host was named James Lipton, and he would always ask a particular set of questions. So I looked at those questions and I said, here we go. Let me ask Norm some real actor questions.
Oh, good. He was awesome. I was always impressed with his questions.
He was awesome. So I'm going to pretend to be James Lipton, and then you're going to pretend to be on TV. Okay, ready? What is your favorite word?
Wow. I used to have a favorite word, and it was beverage.
Oh, I like that. Why used to?
Well, I'm not sure if that's still my favorite word.
Okay.
Besides, that's a slightly richer answer. Because then it's like, well, why used to? What happened? Did you have a falling out with beverage?
Yeah, that was good.
Turn against the zh sound.
What is your least favorite word?
The thing that just sprang into my mind just then was taxes.
That's pretty funny.
But
okay.
But I don't mind taxes
Because you don't pay them?
I do pay them, but
okay, that's good.
It fixes potholes, it hires people to manage our municipalities, goes to a lot of good, as well as things that I wish it didn't go to.
Yep, I agree. What is your favorite curse word?
Fuck. Absolutely. It's so versatile. It's like the T-shirts you can get down on Canal Street, probably all over New York City by now, that say, fuck you, you fucking fuck.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
What profession, other than your own, would you like to attempt?
Oh, boy. When I was a kid, I had several dreams. One was to be the host of a game show. One was to be...
Oh, you'd be really good at that. You'd be so good at that.
Thank you. One was to be the host of a talk show.
Yep, which you do.
Yeah, which I'm now done. And then I got older and I thought maybe I wanted to be a psychiatrist.
Oh, you have the look.
I was deeply, deeply interested in psychology.
He doesn't have the temperament.
And
Really? But he has the look. And you played one. I watched one of it was really good. And it was from the woman, I forget who your co-star was, but I forget who the woman was.
Yeah, I know.
But you know who I'm talking about, right? She was on...
she was great.
Yeah. But you played one, and you were really funny.
Super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend Jonathan Burkhart, who's a producer of movies, it's like the cliche. The producer's like, come on over. And I met the director and got the gig.
That's pretty cool. Okay, so you're doing pretty well. What profession would you not like to attempt?
What profession would I not like to have? I don't know. Some of those like deadliest catch jobs that you see on reality TV.
Oh, that's a good one.
Really fucking horrible and scary. There's things I can't watch. I love the Instagram reels. I see stuff, but when I see somebody biking down a thin path in the mountains, I'm like, nope, next. I can't even look at that stuff. Or I'm also a little claustrophobic. So if I happen upon spelunkers, I'm like, nope, I can't watch this. So any job that involved those things, caving,
spelunking.
Yeah.
Spelunking, I thought. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Being in a cave. Okay, all right. So you're not into the risky danger jobs.
Some more than others, but I don't like heights or enclosed spaces.
Okay, that's understandable. Now, my favorite question. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Again, here's the ridiculous thing that popped right into my head. Here's your four-way bean. Four-way bean.
Bean, like a...
Bean. So I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, where they have chili parlors. There's like 100 chili parlors in town. And it says something that all Cincinnatians eat. And it's chili on top of spaghetti with kidney beans, onions, and cheese.
That sounds good.
So that's 5 layers. That's a 5-way. A 4-way doesn't have the beans, but a 4-way bean substitutes beans for onions. Did you catch that? There's going to be a quiz later.
Yep, I got it.
So that was my order all through my youth. And it's the food I fantasize about.
Wow.
Yeah.
Could you say that one more time?
No.
All right, Jen, Matty, do you guys have an answer? I'm sorry, you're editing, but I apologize.
You're looking at a porn video called The Back Room.
His porn is Andy Ashray. So do you guys have an answer? Because I think it's a good question. So do you want me to say it again? If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
What's your answer?
You did it, bitch.
Nice.
You like that one?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I can only imagine he would say, I do exist. You were wrong.
Okay, that's a good one.
That's really
good.
Your patience for not hurting people has paid off.
Yeah. And going from Matt's answer, I would like hey, we're not going to hold it against you.
Oh, I like that. That one's good too. And Jen, your eyelashes look great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Instagram fed me this mascara. You think it's okay?
You look amazing.
It's called Thrive.
Thrive. Well, I'm saying
It's like a cat food.
at the pearly gates, they would say, you've thrived.
Oh, wow. I love that.
Yeah, or I thrived, or whatever you want to say. Now, my dream, Norm, this is my dream, is to read a scene with a real actor, because I've never acted in my entire life.
I don't even ever introduce myself as a real actor.
No, you're a real actor.
Okay.
You're an icon, and you're a real actor.
Fucking A.
Fucking A, exactly.
Yeah, a little more respect, please.
Exactly. I've never acted, but you are fulfilling my acting fantasy today.
Okay.
And I'll tell you where the scene is from later. It's from a famous movie. And the scene is between a potential daughter-in-law and father-in-law. Okay? And we're going to act this out. And I guess, Norm, you are first.
And I'm playing Bernie.
Bernie and Rachel, I think it is.
All right. You asked me here. I assume it's not for a mahjong lesson.
I know Nick told you the truth about my mom, but you didn't like me the second I got here. Why is that?
There's a Hokkien phrase, kaki lang. It means our own kind of people, and you are not our own kind.
Because I'm not rich? Because I didn't go to a British boarding school? Wasn't born into a wealthy family?
You're a foreigner, American. And all Americans think about is their own happiness.
Don't you want Nick to be happy?
It's an illusion. We understand how to build things that last. Something you know nothing about.
You don't know me.
I know what my son needs.
Well, he proposed to me yesterday. He said he'd walk away from his family and from you for good. Don't worry, I turned him down.
Only a fool folds a winning hand.
No, there's no winning. You made sure of that. Because if Nick chose me, he would lose his family. And if he chooses his family, he might spend the rest of his life resenting you.
So you chose for him.
I'm not leaving because I'm scared or because I think I'm not enough. Because for the first time in my life, I know I am. End scene. Yeah! Come on,
great.
clap. Clap, motherfuckers. Matty, clap. Yay! How great was that?
It feels like an ironic clap from Matt.
I'm
The
editing
ironic
the video
slow
here.
clap.
So how was it, guys? You guys are our audience.
Is that from the rich, dirty Asian something?
Crazy rich,
Crazy rich
Yeah,
Asians.
crazy
Not
rich
dirty. Sorry.
Asians. And you actually, your part was a female, an older Asian female.
Oh.
But I changed it.
Oh, Bernie, short for Bernadette?
No, it's short for like Ma Long or something.
Oh.
It was good.
Norm, you have to critique me here. How can I make my acting better?
You were great. I mean, I think the only way to do it is like do it over and over and over again and watch how other people do it and seek feedback every chance you get.
I was pretty convincing, wasn't I?
You were very convincing.
Yes, I was convincing as a young, struggling Asian woman
Yeah, I didn't
who was in love.
Yeah, no.
No, okay.
Trying
never
to
mind.
take away my son.
So, your sweet of the moment.
You know what? I'm just going to say this thing that I brought in, which I'd never made before, but I had the fix and
gonna
sitting
try it
around
right
my
now.
house. And so I made browned butter, sea salt, Rice Krispie treats. And they're really very good.
Let me try this.
Yeah. And you get a critique right now from the food critic, Gen C.
It's chewy. It's
should-
very good.
Yeah, you should chew into the microphone.
I'm very impressed. So
Yeah,
that's
be
your
happy.
sweet of the moment. Have you ever made this before?
No.
Oh, there's a good aftertaste.
Yeah.
It's a nice salty aftertaste. I like
yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's the sea salt. Yeah, it worked out pretty well. I like it when I try a new recipe, and it's pretty good. I'm not sure I'll make these again, but
Well, next year at the Bake Off.
yeah, no, I don't do bake-offs. Sorry.
No one does Bake Offs in this town. I'm going to be talking about that Bake Off until 6 years from now. It's awesome. So tell me the sour of the moment for you.
Oh, boy, you know the American political system.
Yeah, we can't go there on the show.
Imploding.
Yep. But say something else.
That's my sour.
That's your only sour?
Oh, what other sours are more important right now? There's also world geopolitical.
Okay, moving on. All right. So my sour of the moment, because I'll give you one of my sours, is my farm is just a sheet of ice.
Yeah.
So it has been so bad this winter with the ice. And I like having a winter. I have no problem with that. But the ice this winter has been out of control. So it's going to be 50 degrees next week. So I'm excited about all the ice melting. So that is my...
That'll be good.
Yeah. So my little rhinos, remember to shop here at the Epicurean for all your upscale grocery and gift-giving needs. And Norm, thank you so much.
Gen C, thanks for asking and for the little acting.
Yeah, you literally fulfilled a fantasy.
That's wonderful.
So, thank you so much. I'm going to think about you tonight.
Oh, good.
You can leave me a voicemail at 845-307-7446 or email me at comments@radiofreerhinecliff.org. And follow me at Free Spirit Jennifer C, because I'll be asking you a question on Instagram for our next episode. And the next episode will drop Tuesday, March 11th. Until then, my little rhinos, enjoy daylight savings and a longer day finally.
Love you, RBK.
Thanks, Norm.
Thanks, Jen.
Yeah.